Welcome back to IMO. Most of you are aware that the royal wedding just happened. Did any of you get up to watch it?
I was invited.
I watched.
I was.
Did you not see me there?
I saw you. With your hat.
Pillbox. That's right, with pillbox hat. You got up to see it? I thought it was on Saturday.
I got up to see it.
Did you really?
I don't blame you.
I'm a little bit embarrassed about it. I actually
don't
set
be.
my alarm and everything.
Don't be embarrassed. I saw Princess Diana and Prince Charles. I got up for that, and I thought this was Saturday, and it was Friday.
I didn't get up to see it, but I did lay in bed and watch it, turn it on.
Yeah.
But it was boring.
It was on for days.
Well, yeah, I know.
It was all
You
you
can
can still see it on
Yeah.
online.
Right.
So what did you think when you got up? What did you think about the wedding?
Well, I love weddings. I love love. You know,
Sucker.
I am a sucker for all that stuff. But I thought it was nice. But I mean, the thing is, this may be taking it a whole nother place you don't want to go. But I think there's a problem with us teaching our children that's, you know what I mean? That's what you strive for, being a princess and all that. And that's a whole nother issue. But the wedding itself, I thought was beautiful. I thought her dress was beautiful.
Her dress was stunning.
And yeah,
Very
but, I mean,
Grace Kelly.
I look into things
Yes.
way deeper than I
Yes.
probably need to.
She's
but
stunning.
She's
but
a
the wedding
beautiful
was
girl.
I
beautiful.
felt sorry for them
Why?
because how many millions and millions of people are watching them do? This is an intimate act
Right.
that the world is glaring at them. I think
They
I thought it
don't
was,
get intimacy in
No.
the public. They just don't.
That's
When
sad,
you're
though.
signing it, but
Yeah, I think
it's
that's just part of your life.
She
Signing up
knows
for.
what
Yeah.
she's in for.
As a
I
matter
don't
of fact-
disagree with
Yeah.
you. I don't. I know they, did the whole thing and they did it well. I thought his mother would be very proud of him.
Yes, yes.
I think she's beautiful, and I love that she's not, what do they call, blue blood, and that they're accepting her into the family. I love all of that, but I just think days and days and days of this wedding.
You know what I think? There was a lot of issue about the kiss, how the kiss was so quick and it was passionate and it wasn't a big deal in the news.
Well,
and I think that was their way of keeping some of it intimate and some of
Yes.
it private.
And
so I'm
having
sure
some
they had
class.
the first kiss as husband and wife, privately instead of in front of
I
the
agree
cameras.
with you.
So,
I think that showed class.
yeah, absolutely.
Well, you're also not supposed to kiss in where they get married, Westminster Abbey.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to kiss either before or after a wedding. The bride and groom are not supposed to kiss in
Right,
Westminster Abbey.
which is why they did the whole balcony thing.
Right, the beginning of time. So that might be part of it too. They don't need to show all that in front of everybody. That's what your
Right.
bedroom's for. So
Hello.
I'm sure that
The bedroom was rocking. You know what I loved about it? It's like what I was reading something that said the lip sync of the lip reading. And some of the things that were said.
That I thought was too much.
I thought that was crazy.
Yeah, that
You
should
know,
be private.
But some of it
says
you
to
could
her.
see very clearly. She came out on the balcony and she said, "Wow."
Yeah.
And he said, "Look at all these people." And he leaned over to her at some point and said, "You look beautiful," which I think she has one of the most wonderful smiles
Yes.
on the planet.
I agree.
It's so bright. And so I crossed my mind, I thought to myself, she will never drive a car again. She will never go to McDonald's. She will never sit at Jack in the Box.
She'll never walk down the street.
She'll never walk down the street again,
Yeah.
and he's never done any of that stuff. And I thought, this is the price of
And talk about the sacrifices
yeah,
we women
it is.
make for love. Like,
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
is.
that's an extreme case, but we make some sacrifices
Yeah,
for
you
the
do.
men that we love.
But
do.
she,
As they do
she
too
knew.
sometimes.
She knew.
I mean, my
Yeah.
goodness, she's known
They were
for
together for
years.
8 years.
I guess that supposedly he had a pretty normal life at the college with her. They were very well secluded, and the people that they would frequent in the bars and the restaurants took really good care of them and not letting the paparazzi in. And so I think that their honeymoon time, it seems to me, happened years ago.
Yeah,
well,
that's a good point, Beth.
if we're talking about what's happening in Europe, okay, what's happening with the royalty, what about what's happening with the common person here on our streets in Springfield?
Holy cow.
Particularly the shootings that were happening recently from Strickland, who escaped from prison. You guys been following that
How
story?
does that happen?
I don't know.
It was a medium security prison.
Medium security, yeah.
This guy broke out of jail in order to avenge his mother's shooting. Essentially, that's
But
what
how do you
happened.
break out of
Exactly.
jail?
That's the last time
scary.
you heard of somebody breaking out of jail.
Yeah.
You know what? It couldn't have been that tough. It was maximum security. He probably got in the laundry or something like that. But what's really sad about it is is this guy was sent up to minimum or medium security prison for weapons charges. Now he's going to maximum for murder to avenge his mother's shooting. And this is kind of ridiculous, but the thoughtlessness of it, he can't even protect her now because there will be retaliation against,
Right.
so it's just
a cycle.
tragic.
It
It's just a tragic cycle of violence and ignorance.
Didn't I read somewhere recently that one of the projects the FBI is working on in Springfield is all of the gang violence and the gangs? I didn't realize there were that many. That the
there's
FBI is now
There's more
focused.
and more. It's become a big problem
It's
that
a
I don't
very-
think we have
yeah.
any idea the magnitude of it.
I don't think
That's
all of
what I'm
it's
saying
not
is-
getting media attention.
No.
They're trying to keep a lot of it hush hush.
It's a lot of
Well-
splinter gangs. It used to be Latin Kings or the Crips and the Bloods. Now it's the Maynard Street Gang and the Sycamore Street Gang and the Eastern Ave. It's these that aren't really affiliated with these larger gangs. They're just
Right.
create these little cells. And what's interesting, when these kids go to jail, none of these larger gangs recognize their gangs. So they do all this criminal activity, but they go to the big house and
They're nothing.
they're nothing. They're nothing. They're not really recognized by
So
these
what
larger
does that
gangs.
mean on the streets, though? Because if I'm walking down the street, I'm going to Tower Square. I don't know if I look at someone there in a gang. How does that affect all the other people that are around?
do
Like
we
this
feel
person
safe?
was in a chair getting a haircut, and now this. So does that? What do you do? How do you protect yourself, and how do you know where to go and when to go there?
You don't.
I'm going to say the number one way to protect yourself, and this is probably not the answer you want to hear, but is to support after-school programs and to support programs that help like Boys and Girls Clubs so that these teenage boys don't feel the need to be in gangs. That's how we have to get at the root cause.
I totally agree with
walking
you.
on the street saying, "Oh, are you a gang member? Are
Right.
you not?" I'm not
That's
saying
not
you're
true.
saying that, but I'm saying and being in fear doesn't address the issue. These boys are in these gangs because they don't have the support they need at home. If they were getting the support at home, they wouldn't be in this situation.
You're
So it's
absolutely
just like Lydia in foster care, who we just had our guest.
Right.
No, we need to up the system to help these boys to channel this energy in positive ways so they can make a positive impact.
Right.
And I don't think we're discussing that enough. We're cutting after school care.
Exactly.
We're cutting programs for these
Within
boys.
schools, right?
Donations to Boys and Girls
Yeah.
are down because people don't have money anymore.
The funding for community
Right.
centers
So,
and things
exactly.
like that.
And
And even
that's-
the recruitment for community centers
Exactly.
is down. But as a defender of downtown, I have to say that was in Mason Square. It wasn't downtown because my boss would have my hide if I let that slip. So Tower Square, no, I know what you're saying, but I have to
I'm not
protect my
afraid to go
assets.
downtown Springfield at all. I'm just asking the question. When I read that, I thought, what does that mean to me?
Right.
And to other individuals
Right.
But
who, I'm going to go to Red Rose. Is there something I should know that I don't know? Because I say hello to people when I walk by them, and I don't know if they're wearing something. I know there's a lot of signs. This is what I was thinking. There's a lot of
Right.
signs that say when you come into some certain places, no certain things or
Like paraphernalia
or something like
gang
that.
paraphernalia.
Yeah, but
But they don't say that. They say
colors.
no
No
something.
hoodies, no
colors,
scarves,
yeah.
no.
And I went one time and said, "What does that mean?" Because I don't know.
Right. Well,
So-
put it in perspective. And in any city you go to in the United States, you have that issue.
Yes.
I mean, you go to New York City, there are going to be kids that you pass on the street that are very much gang involved.
Right.
And the thing mostly about this is that it's really not random. This is their internal warfare that sometimes spills out to an innocent bystander.
Right.
So I don't think that they're targeting you or me.
No,
Right,
I know that.
but you could easily. But that's almost anywhere.
If it was you, it would be random.
Yes,
But,
Exactly.
So
But my question is
Right.
more: is it the public's? Should there be some sort of information as to these are the areas and those activities are taking place and you shouldn't be there or not? I don't know.
Okay, we will be right back. Thank you.